Today is July 24th, 2018, and we are here at the Hope Clinic with Tate Mint to interview her for the Houston Asian American Archive. My name's Sarah Davis.
My name's Zoe Clark.
So to start, can you tell us when and where you were born and a little bit about your childhood?
I was born in 1970 in Burma. It is in Upper Burma, like a small, not like too small town, like the name is Mongyua. And I was, so since I was born to until my high school, I live in Mongyua. And then after I finished my high school, for my college education, I went to Mandalay City. Yeah. So any information do you want? I'm not sure. Okay.
Did you have any siblings growing up?
Okay. I have one big sister and two younger brothers.
Okay.
They are still in Mongyua in
Okay.
Burma. Yeah.
And what did your parents do?
Before, when I was childhood, we have our like a traditional medicine. We produce a traditional medicine, and then later on, like Western medicine are most popular than the traditional medicine. So business is so slow. Then later we changed to the soy sauce, and then chili sauce like production.
Okay.
We do, yes.
So did you have a store that you sold at, or did you just distribute it?
Distribute
Okay.
and store, yeah.
Okay. And then what did you study in college?
International relation.
International relations. What made you choose that?
That time I want to be ambassador, so I chose international relation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then did you work while you were in school, or what was your college experience like?
College experience. It's like our country. That time our country is under the military dictator, so we don't have big opportunity to do whatever we want because
Okay.
everything is controlled by military. And then like a good position, like an ambassador, something like that, good position can get like people are very close with the military group. So like our normal people cannot get like good position, good good department of government, like government office, we cannot get it.
Oh, okay. So how long was the military there?
Since 1988 to like 2 years ago, so 2016. Yeah,
Okay.
military government.
Okay. So was that what was your experience like with that growing up? Was it sort of a scary time, or was it just sort of normal for you at that point?
Yeah. So 1988, that time I was in first year in college. So we have big revolution because of the socialist government is they are they treat like very bad to the people in Burma. So people cannot under their rule. They don't want anymore under their rule. So the students start to boycott and then against the government, and then big revolution happened. So that time I was a first year student at the college. So that time the college closed for like 2 years. We don't have any chance to go to study, and then just stay home and just stay home. After that, the military, they coup the power, they take over the power, and then they oppress most of the they oppress us mostly to the student, because students are all the time start to against. So sorry, I have emotion.
It's all right.
It's okay.
So and later, totally military government totally rule all of our country, and so everything we do something related with politics, they arrested, and some people get killed. Like they try to kill the opposition party. They don't allow anybody talk about related with the politics. You can do like any like drug or whatever. They don't care. Just they care about only politics.
Only politics.
So yeah, we are very keep quiet that time.
Right.
Yeah, until 2014, 15.
Okay. So, were you part of any of this other students who like wanted to be part of the revolution, or were you just trying to just keep quiet?
But my parents, they don't want me to get arrested,
Right.
so they all the time control to us. Don't get involved. Don't make a friend with like the politic group, like interesting friend. They don't let us make friend. But as much as we can, we try to against. So later, I fell in love with the guy who is a very active politics and a student. So he got arrested, and then he got in the prison he was sentenced in prison for 6 years, but he released after 2 years, and then we got married. And then later he keep doing with the politics after he released. So we fled to Thailand, Burma, border area. We stayed in the refugee camp.
Okay. So
in
what year?
2005.
In 2005. Okay. So you were 35 at that time.
Yes.
Okay. And then did you flee just the two of you, or what? Did your family come?
No, only me and my husband.
Okay.
Yeah, in the refugee camp. We lived since 2005 to 2009.
Okay. And what was that like living there?
Excuse me?
What was it like living at the camp?
It is under the Thai government control. It was like how many miles? It is on the mountain, and then border close to the Burma border. So we don't allow to go outside. So the camp area, we just stay inside the camp area. They provide some rice, like one small bottle of the cooking oil, and some nutrition powder, and then some fish paste. They just provide to us. And they don't allow to walk outside any business or any farm. So, but some people try to sneak out and then walk at some farm area, like a Thailand farm. But we didn't go anywhere. We just stay inside the camp. That time, my husband is a former political prisoner, and then he's working with one NGO, like a organization in Mae Sot, like a small town in Thailand, nearby the Burma border. So he is like under that organization working together. So he get contact from all of the country. Foreigners, so they used to visit their showroom, and then he explained about our country story, and then how the government, the military government, how they like torture or whatever. They explain like they have a showroom, like a small museum. So he got contact many foreigners, and then we try to start a English class inside the refugee camp. Yeah, so my neighbor, most are like a migrant worker from Burma to Thailand, illegal migrant worker.
Okay.
So they also cannot go back to Burma. So that's why they apply for the United Nations to resettle to that country, any country. So most are like a very low education. So I start to teach my neighbor like a ABCD. And then later, my husband, he get a connect with a teacher from England. He is from Cambridge or Oxford University, from the education department. So he got contact with that person, and then he visited to us, to the camp, and then he donated the money to build a like a school. So we start to get that school.
A school in Thailand?
Yeah, school in Thailand in the refugee camp.
Oh, that's
so
great.
yeah, we get the permission from the camp commander in chief of the camp, Thailand commander and chief of the camp, right?
Wow.
So yeah, he allowed us to do this program. So later we got the 2 volunteers from Minnesota State. So they came to the camp, and then they stayed with us together the same house, and then we started to teach the English, basic English, and like depends on the level we have. So we started the English class.
Wow, so you were only at the refugee camp for 4 years,
Yeah.
but in that time you started a whole school.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so amazing.
Yeah, you can search in Google ESC in Mesa, like a Nubu refugee camp. Yeah.
So how many people were in the refugee camp with you?
Some are former political prisoners, some are illegal immigrant worker. So some are like people like ethnicity. They live in the border area, and military like they burn their house, like they kill whatever they think. So like ethnicity group, and then political prisoner group, and illegal immigrant worker group. So we have 3 groups in the camp. So the one part is ethnicity group. Our part is illegal immigrant worker group, and then like a former political prisoner group. So mostly I think over nearly 10,000 or 9 camps, 9 refugee camps in Thailand-Burma border area. There are 9 refugee camps.
And in your camp alone, there was 10,000
our
people.
camp alone is
Oh, okay. Can you like tell us about like the setting? What did the camp kind of look like?
the camp. We live in a small tent or how do the hut, right? The roof are made with the big leaf, and the wall are made with the bamboo, and then floor are also made with the bamboo. No door, like no partition, like. So we register at the United Nations of High Commissioner for Refugee. We register our name and then our bio, the history. So later, all the people applying for the refugee status has to stay in the refugee camp. They don't allow to stay in the city. So they move all the application. So they send us all the people to stay in the refugee camp. So that time when we get in there, it is a rainy season, all are muddy, and then the hut are like broken. So we fix ourselves everything, like make a door, partition, something like that. And they provide us like some rice for 1 month for 2 people enough, and 1 bottle of the cookie oil, and then some fish sauce, and then some like a nutrition powder. But that are not enough for us. We cannot eat like this only, right? So some I have my save money I brought together with me, and then we change the Thai currency, and then we buy ourselves for meat, for other vegetable, and then later some of the camp like resident, they have their own vegetable farm. We grow the plant, we grow the vegetable, and then sell each other like. And also like some city nearby the camp, they came to the camp and they saw the meat and other food. Yeah, we bought from them.
I guess I want to ask, like, what made you and your husband decide to become refugees?
Because we cannot stay inside the Burma. He kept trying to protest against the military government, so that military intelligence people all the time follow to them, like what are they doing, you know. So always follow to them. So he cannot sleep well at night. Sometimes like he had some like the bus by, he thinks some people are coming to arrest him. So like not safe. Staying not safe all the time, scary, and then not secure. So that's why we decide to fly to Thailand, like from border. Yeah.
Would you say most of the people in the refugee camp were from Burma?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All the
what-
9 camps are from Burma.
Okay. And were most of them trying to go to the U.S. or go other places?
So the country we cannot choose. Which country we want to go, we cannot
Right.
choose. So the UN depends on the year and time frame. This time to this time, UN decided to go to United States. So this time and this time frame we apply, they decided to send to Australia, New Zealand, Finland, and United Kingdom, like that.
okay.
Yeah. So we don't know where we have to go.
Okay.
Even we don't know to get to resettle in Houston. Just we know 2 days ahead of our departure. We know we have to go to Houston.
2 days.
2 days ahead
Wow.
of departure.
And while you were in the camp, were you able to communicate with your family or your
No,
siblings?
not at all. That time in our country, there is no like a cell phone communication thing. Very strict, very, very strict. Only government, very rich people with like a crony or the business with the military government, they can get the cell phone. Very, very expensive, like equal to $5,000 for one cell phone. Nobody cannot buy. So this cell phone, our country start to use 2 years ago. Just we can use the cell phone 2 years ago.
Oh, after
So
the
no
end of the
communication. Yeah, we cannot call, like we cannot contact. Yeah. When I just arrived to United States 2009, I tried to call my family, let them know I am here. You know, I need to let them know. So that time I bought like a phone card for $10. I can talk only 2 minutes. 2 minutes. It is like a landline, not a cell phone. So nearby friend house, some people house, we call, and then they call my parents, and my parents come to their home, and then we can talk, like that.
So you didn't talk to your parents the whole time you were in the camp?
No,
And then 2009
not at all. Not
was the
at
first
all.
time you
Not
spoke
at
to
all.
them?
Yeah,
Wow, that must have been really
Yeah.
amazing to hear their voices.
yeah.
Did they know that you were going to
Yeah.
a refugee camp? Okay.
They know, like some information. Some people like trade in nearby in the refugee camp. There is a small city. Some like a migrant worker working from Burma. They have some document. They can go back. They are not related with the politics. They don't arrest that. So we get some information to them and then each other like that.
Why did your family choose to stay in Burma?
They don't want to take a risk.
Okay,
You know,
right.
just keep staying their normal life.
I see.
We don't know our future. Even we move in a refugee camp, we are not sure we can go or not. We are not sure. Yeah,
I see. Okay.
that's right.
So then, what was it like when you first arrived in Houston? What do you remember?
2009 January, I think I get in Houston. Actually, our departure is in December 2008. That time in Thailand, they have a big revolution, red group and then yellow group, big revolution, and all the airports shut down. So they postponed to the departure to January. So we get in January 2009, Houston. We are like a sponsor by the Interfaith Ministry agency. So the agency volunteer, they pick me up at the airport, and then they brought to us, and then they drop off the Manchester, the Sun Blossom Mountain apartment. They rent the room, they arrange for the food, clothing, everything they prepare for us. So, and next day is a Saturday and Sunday. I think we arrived on Friday. So Monday, the caseworker came to our apartment and he brought to us to apply the job, to find a job.
Right.
Yeah. And then later they brought to us many different places like a hotel for housekeeping. And then like I got a job at the men's warehouse, the distribution center.
Okay. So what did you do there?
it is like they rent a tuxedo. So after return, they use and they return back to the distribution center. We break down all the clothing and then scan and then the label, like a QC, like stock, everything. Yeah.
Okay. And how long did you work there?
It is 2009 March to 2010 January or February, until I finished my school. I went to school, so it is my I work at second shift, 4 p.m. to next day 2 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, next day 2 a.m. because I choose that schedule. I want to go to school. So I look for the school where I can go. So one of my neighbor, he came from Bhutan. He is also a refugee. So I have no idea, and then no friend like can like navigate me to where I should go, and also agency also didn't help me for this case. So they just asked to force to walk, just walk. They don't think about the school. So the Bhutanese guy, also the same agency, we went together for finding a job, the same group. So he told us, and then he find a school. We don't need to pay too much, and then we can get a loan. So he brought us to the Texas School of Business.
Okay.
So we went there, and then we applied, and then we take the test for the entrance, and then we passed. And I studied for medical office management. And then one of my friends, she studied for medical assistant, and then he studied for IT, but he didn't finish because he has big family. He is a leader of the family, so he cannot go school.
Right.
Yeah.
So was that for a master's of business?
No, it is Texas School of Business.
Okay.
Yeah, they have like a some program, like vocational school or something. I don't know how to call.
Okay, so you had
Yeah.
already finished your
Yeah.
college degree back
Yes.
in Burma?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say was the hardest part of adjusting to life here?
The hardest is security. Wherever we go, we don't feel secure, you know. Like mostly these days, I feel not secure. Whenever I park my car at the grocery store or like a parking, I need to watch out all the neighbor or the area. It can be safe or not. So it is a scariest, and then not secure.
Right.
I get robbed or something. I'm so scared because most of our friends get robbed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, mostly this area not secure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you and your husband do anything to sort of keep your Burmese tradition or culture when you were here?
Yeah, when we just arrived, so we have a many Burmese community in the apartment area. We have every year New Year festival in April 13. So we used to celebrate at the temple, the Burmese monastery. So I teach them like a Burmese traditional dance, the girl, and then we celebrate the New Year. But we have only once a year party. We don't have like too much because most are Buddhist.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So are you religious? Are you Buddhist?
Yeah, Buddhist.
Okay. So you mentioned feeling like insecure and scared. Have you ever faced any discrimination since you've been here, like trying to find a job or?
No, I
No?
never
Okay.
face any discrimination and any
That's good.
any problem.
So like, how did you begin to assimilate into like American culture or American society?
How do I
Like, become like used to.
to be a Americanized?
Yeah, like how did
the
culture.
culture?
Like American culture.
Until now, I am not really melt into the American culture. Even the food, McDonald's, like a fast food, I've been trying like totally until now, 9 years, maybe 2 or 3, 4 times, not more than 5 times. I just try to cook myself. Like I like our traditional food, our country like traditional thing. I like to eat. And also because of the religion, I think I didn't go to any church, like, so I am not familiar with the American culture until now. Yeah, I think.
So I guess like what is the Burmese community of Houston like Burmese people in Houston? How do you guys keep connected?
Mostly we live the same area together, like all around the Rochester, all are Burmese. Like the other in Fondren, all are the same area. We live the same place, mostly the same place. So we help each other. Sometimes when I was in the Rochester, even at midnight, 2 a.m. or 12, like at midnight, they knock our door, whatever medically needed or emergency, whatever they need, they knock the door. They call us, so we used to help each other.
That's good.
Yeah.
So after you worked at Men's Warehouse, is that when you started working here?
Mhm.
Okay, and then can you tell us a little bit about what you do here and what the Hope Clinic is?
Okay, I worked at Men's Warehouse until like almost 1 year. Yeah, almost 1 year. After that, I finished my school, and at that time, this Hope Clinic is a very small clinic. Like we have the first time I work here, it is only 19 employees, 19.
Wow.
So we are like some of in our Burmese community. Me and my husband are used to like lead, like navigate and find out what are they happening, what do they have, how can they find a job, something like we are. So we used to do the volunteer at the Asian. There is a before Asian American Family Service. There is a organization over there. So, and my husband, he worked at the YMCA like a case worker. So he
Okay.
can contact some of the information